Ooh, right. Sorry, 1 second. Ah, apologies, everyone. Give me 1 second. I should have thought I'd set this up before. Anyway, it's your man, Old Man G. It's RDS here, back again. We're live for the match reaction. Manchester United nil, Manchester City nil, in what was fundamentally, um, it was boring, guys. Come on. It was boring. It was let me take this off this thing. It was a boring game, guys. Simple as that, really. Boring, 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 boring. A boring goalless draw. And obviously, if you're new to the channel, by the way, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio, of course, on Twitter and X, smash the notification button, etc., etc. But yeah, it wasn't great. I'm not gonna lie, and it kind of summarizes Manchester United's season so far. Um, I actually thought that City would actually go for it more. I was surprised that they just thought that getting a point away to United was a good result. Because frankly, I generally thought that they would make more of a game of it. You know, they're looking for top four, playing for top four at least. I know they're not in a title race, but I thought, maybe they'll be playing for top four, doing something. And actually, they seem to be less interested in winning than we were, weirdly. Yeah, it was a bit weird. So I'm just trying to get this green screen sorted. It was a bit weird. It was a bit weird. Big up AD. Yeah, not great. Not great. Not great. I like I said in the stream, for me, there were this United side. And I obviously go do my play ratings later. Not that there's much to really rate. Maybe you could say shout out to Bruno. Onana was on point. Xerxes did well when he came on. Casemiro was okay. So was Agate. That's about it, And this is what we expect, because United had a lot of good chances in this game. They had chances, especially in the first half, to really score a goal, and we didn't score. And this has been the theme all season. The lack of quality in the final third is just not. It's not good enough. It's really not good enough anymore. Garnacho for me. Obviously, it's everyone's opinion, but for me, the drop off for him and Hoyne has been remarkable. It's actually been stunning. The decision making that or the lack thereof of decision making from him Ganch has just not been good at all. It really hasn't been good. I fundamentally, the Premier League season is over, and really all United are doing are pride. I don't think Manchester United are even going to get into top 10. And if we look at the table as we speak right now, let's have a quick look here. Let's look at this table here. So Liverpool, Arsenal, Forest, Chelsea, City, Villa, Newcastle, Fulham, Brighton, Bournemouth, Palace, Brentford, and then Manchester United. One of the worst positions that we finished in goodness knows how long. It's been that bad. But still ahead of Spurs somehow. Despite the fact that Spurs have got a plus 13 goal difference. That's wild. A plus 13 goal difference and you're sitting in 14th is actually crazy. I mean, the next thing you have to go higher is actually Aston Villa in six. I've got a 0 goal difference. Even Forest have got a 14 GD. How have you got a plus 13 goal difference and are sitting in I just don't know. But they've lost 16 games. So they must have battered a few teams when they scored, but they've lost 16 games. So shout out to Spurs. But us, -4. The only people to have worse GD is, well, you got Everton at 5, West Ham. So really, if we're really honest with ourselves, Manchester United, I wouldn't be surprised if Manchester United finished 14th. That is where United deserve. If you basically just put it on GD, it's where United deserve to be, 14th place. You look at the matches that United have, obviously, this is the key. I don't see us going away to Newcastle and winning. I don't at all. That's just not happening. Newcastle are in a run of form. That St. James is good. We're going to lose there. Wolves at home, we've got a shot. Bournemouth away, might as well throw that. I mean, they're not doing that great, so maybe we could get a draw. Brentford away, let's get a win. I think we can do something there. West Ham at home, try for a win. Chelsea away, let's bantam and try for a win. And Villa at home probably will be able to steal a draw. That's what I see. Everything else here is just preseason stuff. I think it's preseason stuff, isn't it? Yeah, because they're not announced the fixtures yet, have they? But these games are key. These games are key. Lyon away this Thursday is our season, effectively. Lyon away is our season. And if we lose spectacularly against Lyon away, then I don't know what we can do. I don't know what we can do anymore. And then we'll have to start asking questions. Obviously, we got a 1-1 against Sociedad. We came and did it 4-1. Hopefully, like I said, on a European football night, we can do something. My hope is that if we can somehow get through Lyon, if we can get Amad back by the end or near close to the end of the month, then maybe we can do something. Because if Amad comes back, we could potentially win this thing, potentially. But like I said, as you can see, guys, this game is key. This game is key. But let's quickly do the player ratings, because like I said, there's really not much to reflect on this game. I'm not going to be live for that long. This was a crap game. If you want to look at the stats here, team stats: 13 shots on target. And shots in total. You said he's 9. City had 5 to United's 2 shots on target in 90 minutes at home. Although weirdly, United's expected goal threat was higher than City's. 41% to 59% possession. Okay. United 13, 9 for fouls, 1 offside, 2 corners. Didn't really do much with them. It's just a really drab affair, quite frankly. A drab affair. Let's quickly go into the player ratings, and then we'll be out of here because there's not that much to reflect on this. Let's go. Here we go. Line up. Here we go. Onana. I'll give Onana. We didn't lose, but there wasn't any standouts. So I'll give Onana an average 6. Had a few shots come his way. There was one by Mamouche in the first half, and then the free kick as well that he dealt with. Other than that, he didn't really have much to do, really, because City weren't really much of a threat. So yeah, I'll give Onana here. I'll give Onana a 6. Matswari. I mean, the whole back line: Matswari, Maguire, Euro. I mean, Maguire was a bit shaky at parts. He did come off after 60 minutes. We missed his presence from set piece when he came off, but obviously he's just come back from injury. We need him obviously away because we don't have any defenders. Well, we have Luke. You can potentially play Luke Shaw at left-sided centre back, and obviously Casemiro can drop in. But yeah, Maguire, I say. I'll give Maguire also an average 6. I don't think. Well, maybe 5.5. He did. He was done a bit a few times in the early half, but it was okay. Yeah, let me give 5.5. Euro. Yeah, give Euro a 6, and Matswari 6. To be honest, I couldn't see anything from this game. Yeah, I didn't see anything from this game, guys. They were okay. As far as the defense goes, we were solid. We were solid, and we didn't give City that many chances. That's all you can say about the defense. So all defense, Euro Matswari 6. Dallo, Dallo and Dorgu did get up more, but do you expect them to score goals? Do you expect them to do more? But we didn't lose the game. So again, maybe you give these guys a 6, probably. You give them a 6, probably. Yeah, you give them a 6, I think. Just average 6. No one was really crap. No one was really great, I'll be honest. Casemiro, I mean, okay, give Casemiro 6.5 and a guy 6.5. I think they did a bit more. Obviously, the City didn't really get through our midfield. Really, I thought at times our midfield outbested City's. So yeah, I'll give I'll give a 6.5 for those guys. Bruno, arguably maybe our best player in terms of creating chances, giving chances. So I'll give Bruno a 7 today. Yeah, I'll give Bruno a 7. He did try. He did. Garnacho and Højlund, though, youngsters. I know they're youngsters, but I mean, Garnacho, I'll give a 5 today. The decision making again, I think from him, we should have scored. The opportunities were there. We definitely should have scored, but we didn't. He didn't. It just wasn't good enough from him. I'll be honest. And Højlund even worse. Højlund. I mean, I don't know. Am I being harsh if I give Højlund like a 4.5? Because maybe he was linking up and playing, maybe he was doing something, but like the reality is that when Xerxes came on for Højlund, I noticed Xerxes. Like I saw his runs, I saw the position he was trying to get in. He had a few opportunities, a few attempts at in goal as well. You know, we only had 2 shots on target, and I think one of them was definitely Xerxes. I don't think Højlund had a shot on target. And yes, you can say, oh, doesn't create, etc. We created arguably more in the first half than we did in the second half. You know, it's just I just think that fundamentally the Højlund experiment is over. And we need better. We do. We do. So yeah, so overall, as far as the game is concerned, there really isn't much to reflect on. We didn't lose. Shout out to the team for at least not getting embarrassed. But this season, this game basically summarizes this season. A lackluster, ineffective, quite boring side. And hopefully Amorim can take stock on what he's seeing. Because we have a big game on Thursday and we need to win. Thanks again for watching, guys. I'm a few new channel. Like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio. Follow us on Twitter at WeUnitedX. Sorry, Red Devil Studio X. Have a nice day, guys, and cheers. Peace. Sorry.